Hi guys, welcome back again to my YouTube channel. It's still your girl Kamsi, Mama somebody to be, okay? If today is the first time seeing my face, you're highly welcome. My name is Kamsi, soon to be a mama. Yeah, soon to be a mama. And to my returning subscribers, thank you for your love and support. Please, if today is your first time seeing my face, don't make it your last because you like to see my baby, okay? Yeah, I know you would like to see my baby. Finally, I'm that woman God showed me after 5 years of TTC, 5 solid good years, yeah. And in this video, I want to share something that people has been asking me, more especially now that I've told some people that I'm pregnant, and they keep asking me, and even something that people have been they've been asking me before now. So I want to answer it in this video, at least to make it public. And what is that question? People keep asking me, Kamsi, how are you coping as a TTC mom? Kamsi, how do you do it to manage to be happy even as a TTC mom? Because sometimes they see me, they don't understand. They see me, I'm happy. They see me, even when someone gives birth, I will just celebrate the person as if I'm the one that gave birth. They see me, and even most people don't even know that I'm a TTC mom. So sometimes even I'm always jovial, I'm always happy, and people keep asking me, what is your secret? How do you do it? How do you manage to be happy even in your condition? Believe me, trusting God for the fruit of the womb for 5 good years is not easy. It's not easy. And TTC is a very difficult situation, I must tell you. TTC is a very difficult situation. But the thing is that people see me that I'm always cheerful, I'm always happy. That doesn't mean there are some days I don't cry. There are days I cry. There are days how I wish I didn't lost that clip I told you guys about during my birthday that I lost. I think that was last year. Last year I poured out my mind because of it was on my birthday. I have to pour out my mind towards my TTC program, TTC season, how it's doing me. I just poured my mind, but unfortunately I lost that clip. So how I wish I saw that clip, I posted it, you would have known. I mentioned that day that there are days I cry, but there are days that I smile. But one funny thing is that the days I smile is greater by 80% of the days I shed tears. So in this video, let me on the fan, sorry. In this video, I'll be sharing how I've been coping. I'll be sharing the strategy that I've been using to live a happy mom even as a TTC mom. Let me start by telling you that someone said that this is secondary infertility because I've been pregnant before and lost the pregnancy. For me, I see it as a primary infertility since I've not given birth before, okay? So, but the person said it's secondary. I don't even know if it's primary or secondary. Leave it in the comment section. So that is not the case for today. The thing is, how have I been coping? What gives me strength? Okay, the first thing that keeps me going is that I realize that there are some things you cannot do for yourself. Okay, there are some things you cannot do for yourself. And what is that? You cannot give yourself a baby. When it comes to pregnancy, that is one thing that God gives. And if you check my native name is Chinenyenwa. Chinenyenwa means God gives children. So I realized that there are things that I cannot change. There are some things I cannot give myself. There are some situations that even me as an individual, I want to change it. But I can't do it because there is limit to what I can do. The only thing I can do to have a baby is to make sure I stay with my husband at the right time. And if I stay with him and it doesn't happen, I'm not gonna kill myself now. So this is the first thing that kept me going. I realized that there are some certain things, so many things in life that we cannot do for ourselves. So if you realize that you can't do this for yourself and the only person that can do it is God, all you have to do is relax and pray to your God. So that is what I did. That is one thing I realized early. Okay, I realized it and I just have to live my life. It's only God that can do it. I will only do what I'm supposed to do. I cannot wait for God to come and sleep with my husband for me to get pregnant. No, it is my duty to sleep with him, try to get pregnant, but it's God's duty to make the staying together fruitful. Okay, that is the first thing I realized, and I leave it for God. Okay, I left everything in God's hand. Then the second thing that keeps me going is that God can never fail. In as much as I've realized that this is something I cannot do for myself, okay? This is something that only God can do, okay? I've realized it, so I left it for him. Then I also realized that God cannot fail. I know that one day when I was talking to God, I think that was 2019, when I was praying during my interaction period with him, I was just telling God that I'm not sure of so many things in this life. I'm not sure of if I'll be rich, if I'll be poor, if I'll be beautiful, if I'll be this, if I'll be successful. I'm not sure of so many things. I'm not sure of how many years I'll be in this life. So I've checked and realized that I'm not sure of so many things, but I'm sure of only one thing, that God can never fail. So when I realized that God can never fail, I just carried everything and handed over to him and relaxed. In Igbo, I always tell God, I know that you cannot fail. Chimamanda, my God cannot fail. So the first thing is realizing there are some things I cannot do for myself. Second thing was knowing that God cannot fail, and took everything and handed over to him, because I know that he will not fail me. Okay, that is the second thing that keeps me going. Then the third thing, I realized that being angry cannot solve anything. If I like, let me frown my face from here to Ethiopia. If it doesn't want to happen, it will not happen. If I like, let me cry from today and now look like my problem from here to Jamaica. If God said it will not happen, it will not happen. Okay, so I have to make myself happy. Igbo people now say, I don't have to look like my problem. So I know that number one, I cannot do it for myself. Number two, if it is something that I will go and drink, I don't drink and tete now. If now something will be say, if you drink this thing now, you will carry bad. For don't drink. But I cannot do it for myself. God cannot fail. Even if I become angry from now to the next 20 years, if God doesn't want it to happen, it will not happen. So I have to make myself happy. I don't have to look like my problem. That is why so many people will see me and I'm always happy. Someone told one day, a friend of mine told me that she was discussing with her friend. So when they talked about me, they were like, God should remember me and bless me with children. The lady was surprised, like, is KAMSY TTC? The lady was like, yes, she doesn't have a child yet. The one was like, hey, yeah, I never knew. And the girl is always cheerful, always jovial. See, that told her that is KAMSY for you. See, if I get angry, it will even make people know my problem more. I don't know if you understand. If I'm always angry, maybe you see me, my face is always like somehow, like, I don't know. It will even make you know that even without me saying it, you know that I have a problem. It will not start making people to not ask, this girl that is always keeping her face like this, what is wrong? Before you know it, your name will be going round and round. So it's better you feel happy. And if, like I said in one of my videos, in the environment of happiness, anything is possible. Okay, when you are happy, your nerves, your tendons, your ligaments, everything is flexible, and the spirit of flexibility, anything can happen. Then the sperm can just. What if you are always keeping your face like that and everywhere is rigid? Then when everywhere, go slow, go up, aqua jam. Okay, so I have to be happy. It keeps me going, and see, I like being happy. Okay, I like being happy. Like the part of them all is that I've realized that I cannot do it for myself. No be me they give pikin. If say person they give pikin, if I don't give am myself, my husband for don't give me the baby. If you no give am, my mother for don't carry the baby, can't give me. My mother-in-law, my siblings-in-law, my siblings, is it my friends? Someone made a comment one day. Someone was telling me that one lady said when the lady got pregnant, she was like, hi, I wish I can just transfer this pregnancy to KAMSY. That if someone can decide to wait for someone to get pregnant, that she was ready for her to wait for me to get pregnant. I was like, because me, I don't come take her. Because see, if I'm this kind of person that everybody's, people will not have this compassion. Because why it makes people to always ask, how do I do it, or wish to give it to me today or tomorrow? Because I'm always jovial. If you see me with other people's children, you'll be like, won't it remind you of you trying to No, it doesn't. It doesn't. Rather, it gives me joy staying with them. So being happy, I know that being happy can facilitate positive things. Okay, so that is what I have been doing. I just hand it over to God. I know that I cannot do it for myself. I don't know how to explain it, but people keep asking me. I have a friend that is trusting God for the rightful partner. So when I was trying to talk to her, she was like, but you will not understand. I said, what is it in this life that I cannot understand than me trying to get pregnant, someone that has married for how many years? She was like, I don't even want to go there. I don't know how you do it. I told her, how I do it is just realizing that I cannot do it for myself. Even if you are trusting God for the rightful partner, you will not go and drag a man and say by force you will marry me. Just live your good life, live your normal life. The will of God will prevail. Okay? And another thing is always by praying. I cope by praying. When I pray, I tell God, please, let not the will of men prevail in my life. Let only your will prevail in my life. Only the will of God will prevail in my life. That's what I always tell God. So I don't need to frown myself, kill myself, even say you kill yourself from now till tomorrow. Problem day. The problem where they. You get? So this is just the little ways I've been coping, or I stayed happy throughout, because I understood that being angry will not solve the problem. Crying every day will not solve the problem. There are some days I cry in as much as, even if I cry, I don't come outside to show people that I'm crying. No, I don't do that. I always tell people, even if you want to cry, go inside, lock yourself, cry. After crying, clean up, make up, choose yourself, come out, leave as because God is on the throne. Okay, so that is what kept me going. I realized that I cannot help myself. God can be trusted. Staying sad cannot change anything. Okay, so I have to be happy. And whatever thing I research. And another thing I did that is not very, very important, I avoid bad energy. If you carry bad energy, come, I will carry you, throw it aside. Bad energy is a no for me. During my TTC period, I didn't give room for bad energy. Okay, so if you're a TTC mom, learn from me. I can fully or proudly tell you to mimic me during my times of TTC. TTC is not easy, but mimic me. Just note this: there are things you cannot do for yourself, and those things that you cannot do, even if it's not TTC, that thing that you cannot do for yourself, don't kill yourself because of it. When God says yes, no man can say no. That has always been my confidence. When God says yes, no man can say no. So that is the little way. I don't know if I answered this question very well, because even my friend called me the other day. When I called her and told her, see babe, or see this, she was like, Kamsi, I even want to ask you something, because she has been experiencing some things. Her own is not about TTC, and she was like, what about me? How am I coping? Every time I come to my WhatsApp status, I write something funny, I make funny videos, I'm always laughing. She wanted to know how I do it, the strategy I was using to live a happy life. I just have to tell her, babe, there are some things you cannot do for yourself. If you realize this alone self is even enough for you. If you realize that there are some things you cannot do for yourself, then who can do it? God. Then can God fail? No, God cannot fail. Just trust God, believe God, leave it for him, hand it over to him, live your normal life, be happy. If you see people around, appreciate them. Even, do you know that even people try searching God for the fruit of the womb, they still call me to confide in me, to cry on my shoulders. There is this one, she has one baby, so she always come to me to cry, telling me that she wants another baby. So one of my friends got angry. I was like, why is she crying to you? Already she has a baby and she's crying to you that doesn't have a baby. What does she want you to do? I told my friend, no, don't worry, everybody has different gifts. And this kind of person that is, I think, is a gift from God, that even if in my worst situation, I still have the grace to encourage people. I can be crying now and you come to me with your problem, I'll claim my own tears and start encouraging you. I'll forget about my problem and start encouraging you. So this is one thing that I've noticed about my life. It didn't start now that I'm trusting God for the fruit of the womb. It started so many years ago. I realized this about myself even while I was in school. I'm this kind of person that likes encouraging, like comforting people. My shoulder is always open for me to comfort people, okay, to encourage people. So above all, na the grace of God, though, hey, na the grace of God where they carry person, they go where we no know, okay? So that is what happened. It's not by my power, it's not by my strength, it's just the grace of God that kept me going, okay? Thank you for watching. I hope you learned something from this video. If you are passing through anything and you've done everything you are supposed to do as a human being, my dear, leave and for God. Give it to God. Just hand it over. There is a saying that says that people that leave that leave everything in God's hands will see God's hands in everything. So once you realize you cannot do it for yourself, you leave it for God. Excuse me. Leave it for God. And last, everybody go there all right. Not be chop breakfast. Everybody go there right, okay? Last, we will still get whatever thing we are praying for. Like me, each time I pray, I always hear God saying that I should calm down, I will have what I've been praying for. But then the question then was, when will it be? When will it be, okay? But then God will always tell me that I will have what I'm praying for. So that also kept me going, that God kept assuring me that last I will have what I'm praying for. So that is that. And today, see me now. Let me carry belly. Let me carry belly. Let me carry belly. So my dear, this happiness, see this smile on my face. Anything that takes it out is a problem. So I know say I don't rant too much for the video. Beg. Now how you dey do me? Now how I take talk am. Oh yeah, now I go see you for next video. Ciao.